Parashat Korach, 19th of June 2026. Theme: Rebellion's Punishments, Clarifying Positions of Leadership. Parashat Korach present much confusion and chaos, beginning with chapter 16, which present a mixture of two rebellion stories. I found the punishment as coming from the Lord particularly disturbing. Everett Fox says the following referring to the punishment attributed to the Lord. The Bible does not seem to have a problem with this kind of divine behavior, and other cultures should have felt at home here. But already in the late antiquity and continuing to our own day, Jews and Christians must often have prepared a prey to and a more forgiving, nurturing, and compassionate God. The question remains, why is the Lord thus portrayed? Facts suggest either an historical necessity or literary conceit, that the old generations had to die out. The other conclusion is that it is literally what happened, a harsh portrayal of what happened when the covenant people violated the covenant. Why was Aaron's name inscribed at Levi's top? Rashi, although I have divided them into two families, the priestly family being separate from the Levite family, it remains one tribe. The Rebbe's teaching on scribe Aaron's name in the current passage we read, the account of how staff were taken from each of the tribal leaders and placed in the tent of meeting, upon which the staff of the tribe of Levi inscribed with Aaron's name miraculously blossomed almost at almonds. God's purpose in performing this miracle was to rid myself of the complaints of the children of Israel, which they are directing at you. The staff was then preserved as a remembrance that I have chosen Aaron to be priest, so they will no longer complain about the priesthood. However, this begins questions. Korach was a member of the tribe of Levi, and thus the rebellion against Moshe and Aaron was largely an internal matter within the tribe of Levi itself. So how would Aaron's right to the priesthood be established by taking only one step from the tribe of Levi, with his name written on it? Surely, to disprove the validity of Korach's claim, two steps should have been taken, one for the priesthood, with Aaron's name on it, and one stop for the leader of the leader, or the other Levites. Thus, when Aaron stopped with flour, it will prove decidedly that he had been chosen by God as priest from the whole tribe of Levi. The explanation, the sign of the staff, was intended to prove the 2 points. A. That the priesthood belonged exclusively to the tribe of Levi. B. That within the tribe of Levi, the priesthood belonged exclusively to Aaron. To prove point A, it was necessary to take steps from all the other tribes, and not merely to take one step from Aaron's and other from the rest of the Levites. And to prove point B, it would be not held to take the 2 steps, one for Aaron and one for the rest of the Levites, for this would not add any additional clarification. If both stop blossom, it would not indicate the choice of Aaron's over the rest of the Levites. And if Aaron's step alone blossom, one would be missing a sign that the priesthood belonged to the tribe of Levi. Perhaps it would be a sign of Aaron's personal qualities independent of his tribal affiliation. Thus the only option was to take one step for the entire tribe of Levi, and to write Aaron's name on it, which would indicate God's choice of the tribe of Levi in general and Aaron in particular. As for the fact of blossoming of the stick, did not prove conclusively that there could not be a second high priest from the tribe of Levi. This was unnecessarily, for it had already been proven by the miracle of the fire fans, which demonstrate graphically that we only have one high priest. Reflection discussion. Korach is related to Moses and Aaron, so many of our disappointments come from betrayal. By our lack of support from family and friends, it seems we all have to deal with the sin of envy in ourselves and others discuss. What about the sign or the sin of pride lurking in all these rebellions and mirroring some of our betrayals?